don't you guys like callbacks? I used to work in a call center and having people repeatedly. Normally, I worked for this huge company. All right, there were like millions of customers, so you never talked with the same person twice. And then one night, I had got a call from one person, had to transfer them. So I did, and then 5 minutes later, I got a call from the exact same person. The transfer didn't work, so I transferred him again, and then a third time, I got that call. So that's completely unrelated, but that was pretty funny for it to happen. If you guys work in call centers or ever have, maybe you guys can relate to that. This is my last video. Let me minimize that. All right. So callbacks. What we're going to discuss in this video is callbacks and what a callback is. In any programming language, a callback is something that it's a function that can be run after you do something. So in jQuery, this happens a lot. For instance, this each statement, what it does is it creates each. It sets up the loop and then it runs this. So we're sending a function through. Now we can do this either in line as we are right here. We're declaring the function. It's a non-named or unnamed. It's an unnamed function, which means it does not exist anywhere but right here. But what happens if we need to do the exact same thing? If we need to pass the exact same callback into multiple places? Writing this out multiple times is not going to be fun. So what we can do is you can actually pass a function like this. So now I actually need to go create the print this function up here. So function print this, and we're going to take in the element to print. We're just going to say console log this text, just like that. I'm going to save it. Oh, not like that. No open quotes there. We're going to refresh. And we need to, I put that way up there. Put it inside the document, ready. And that still doesn't matter. One sec. Undefined type. Can I read? Where's this messing up? Right here. Page. All right, so it is not able to find that function. Save, refresh. No. There we go. So what I was doing wrong is I put parentheses there. Remember when we were doing event handling with just vanilla JavaScript, and you'd create an event handler. You'd say add event listener, and then you give it the event that it was going to listen to, and then what it should do on that event. The second parameter in that method was a callback, similar to this right here. Now, when you use a callback here, it passes everything from here to there. So you kind of need to know what gets passed to it. And then up here, we can, since we're writing all of this, we know that an element is coming through. Essentially, this, the keyword this is coming through, and we're renaming it element in here. But you can use it as this in here as well as element. If I were to put that like that, it should do the same thing. And it doesn't. I'm thinking of the map method where you rename things. Yes. This is the callback, which basically it works exactly the same as one of these callbacks. So let's replace this with the method print this. And one more. Is that all the ones that we have that we can? All right, so those two are fine. So when we load the page, it prints that out. And then also when we focus in, it prints out this as well. Put it doesn't, well, okay, where is that? I need to remove a lot of this. This is getting confusing. Let's remove that. We no longer need the prepend or this. Save it, refresh. So we removed all those. All right, so let's go ahead and create a method for input, focus in, and we're going to say print this. We're going to write something and then focus in, and this does not have a text attribute. So we could change this to if this dot text, we're going to print out that. Else, we're going to console log this dot val. Save, refresh, and it's still not working. What? Let's just print out this. Looks like that's not even firing. Oh, because that's the text area. Let's change this back to val. Save it and refresh. I got confused there with my really tiny text area and then my input as well. So as you can see, this is the same, and let's assume we wanted to run the same function on every single input. For instance, validation. We would either write a function like this and use that in the callback, which is just a function that runs when something happens. So those are callbacks, and they're going to be really useful. A lot of times it's going to make sense just to do it in line. Sometimes it's going to make sense to create a named function and then pass that through.